Hey y'all, it's Caitlin, and Corey tagged me to do the alphabet challenge. Now, technically he said, let's see how many she can get. I thought about like kind of showing off and doing 2 of each, because I have 2 Z's. Z's is the one that I have the least of. And technically I could have done 3, but it would have been the same character with 2 different pops. But so technically I could have done, but then when I was setting up to do the first one, I realized I kind of forget the alphabet. I always forget the order of the alphabet. Like, looking back to kindergarten and doing that stupid song, I can know it, but off the top of my head, because I'm such an idiot. So I'm like, yeah, I don't have any room to brag here. So we're just gonna do the regular alphabet challenge. So anyway, so if you guys have never heard of the challenge before, basically you get 26 pops, one that with the title that corresponds with one letter of the alphabet. So, and you have chances to get 3 strikes. If you get 3 strikes, you're out, and you just have to see how many you were able to get before you struck out. But yeah, I don't have that problem. And actually, it's awesome that he tagged me in this, because my very first video on YouTube was the Rainbow Challenge, and because I like the idea of doing challenge videos, I wanted to start YouTube, so I figured, why not do something fun? You know, obviously no one tagged me in it because I was brand new. But I was either going to do the Rainbow or the Alphabet Challenge as my first video, and I chose the Rainbow one just because it didn't take as long to do. So now that I've been actually challenged to do the Alphabet one, I feel like I've almost come full circle, so I'm actually very, very happy to do this. So let's go on. And I did try to find pops that either I haven't really shown that often on my channel, or I didn't show at all, and I also made sure that were different from Corey's. So, you know, I have like Quicksilver and Iron Man, so I chose different ones, so in case you guys came over his channel, you wouldn't be too bored. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. For A, we have Anna. I chose the Frozen Fever Anna. I honestly like Frozen Fever more than the actual Frozen movie, and I am looking forward to the new one coming out. I haven't bought any of the pops yet. I don't know why, but I love how they have the little Snowgies in the Frozen Fever ones, because they're just so adorable. You know, putting one pop down and picking another one up, I'm realizing how bad this is going to be to edit, so you guys don't get like too bored through it. Oh boy. But anyway, so B, we have Black Widow. This is my favorite Black Widow because she has the Captain America shield. I actually did watch Age of Ultron's in theaters. It's the last Marvel movie I watched in theaters, and I really love this scene, this part of the movie. So this is definitely my favorite Black Widow pop. And look at the retro GameStop sticker. How long has it been since you guys saw that? For C, we have one of my favorite pops, honestly, in this collection, is Clayface from Batman the Animated Series. Clayface is an awesome villain, but you don't see him very much, you know, portrayed in like, you know, figures and stuff. So I was very happy when they made him into the Batman the Animated Series line, because honestly he's one of my favorites. I love his story. Maybe it's because he reminds me from Muck from Pokemon a little bit, but I love Clayface. For D, we have Dr. Maru from the Wonder Woman movie. We only have 2 Wonder Woman villains. We have her and we have Ares, both from the movie. So I really want them to make more DC villains, and specifically Wonder Woman villains in the future, like Cheetah, Giganta, Dr. Psycho. I would love to see all of them being portrayed, but I'm happy with Dr. Maru here. For E, we have cute little Eddie Munster. I love the Munster Pop. Honestly, I don't know if I'll get any of the new ones. I know they've already started coming out, but I haven't gotten any. I'm still missing Herman and Grandpa, though. I only have Eddie and Lily from the original set, but I think these were so freaking cute, and I love how he's holding his little wolf doll there, because I also have a wolf doll, a werewolf doll, so it's so cute. For F, we have a character from one of my favorite Disney movies growing up, Flick from A Bug's Life. You know, if they were just going to do the one Flick, which they had, this is the only one they've made, and they decided to put all the gear of, like, his exploring gear with his makeshift telescope and everything, I love that they did that, because they could just easily, well, have just made him, like, in his true form, I guess you could say, without all the equipment and stuff. But they didn't. They put in the extra effort to make the sculpt, and I absolutely love it. I'm just waiting for an avalanche of taking pops off of here and stacking them over here for something to fall down. I'm waiting for that to happen because I know it's only a matter of time. But for G, we have one of my favorite characters from honestly one of my favorite series, and it's Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love Buffy. I remember watching it like advertised when I was a kid, and I was thinking, ain't no way in hell I'm watching that. It's too scary. And then I'm like a teenager, and I'm like, ooh, got like a box set or the reruns or something like that. I got to watching it, and I'm like, this is really cool. And I love Rupert Giles. Giles is probably my favorite character next to Tara. But I absolutely love him. And one thing I gotta say, and I know this is taking up time, but I don't care. When I first got this pop, his glasses were covered in like an oil residue. And I didn't realize it before I got it and brought it home. But his glasses had like this oil in it. And it looked like mold release oil or something like that. And it was just congealed on there. And I didn't wipe it off because I honestly kind of thought it looked a little bit cool because it looked like more aged and stuff. But on the other hand, it still kind of bugged me that I had a pop that was dirty. So here a while back, I brought it back out to clean it finally. And it's gone. I didn't do anything to it, but that oil just evaporated or something. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have ever had that happen to a pop because it's interesting. So for H, I could have used Hot Girl. It's probably going to bug me that I didn't use Hot Girl. I can't use Hot Girl in every video or else people will get bored. But I can use my New 52 Harley Quinn. Now the reason I got this one other than, instead of all the others, I don't think this is my favorite look for Harley, but it is a very unique look, and for that I appreciate it. So I don't necessarily care for the red and blue, but again, it makes it unique, and for that reason, I like it. For I, people are probably going to hate me for using this one, because this pop gets so much hate, and I understand why, especially with the new one that's come out, but I don't have that one yet. I just have the regular, I'm about to say Iron Man, the regular Iceman. So, I like the sculpt of it. I agree that, the actual pop doesn't look near as cool as, like, the graphic art on it. And the new one does look pretty badass compared to this one, but I love the sculpt of this one, so I'm still kind of happy with it. I don't know if I'll get the new one yet or not, but, yeah, I got this Iceman. For J, I have Jay from Disney's Descendants, The Sign of Jafar. And I got this one mainly so that I can remind myself to finally watch the third Descendants movie. I recorded it, I DVR'd it the first night it came on, like the original air night. Haven't watched it yet, and I really, really need to. But there's J. For K, you may have noticed there's one missing in the background up here, but we have Crypto the Super Dog. I love Crypto. I loved the cartoon when I was a kid, and this one is based off the show. I was very, very lucky to have gotten this for a good price. I think it was like on eBay or something. It was a specialty series pop. So, I'm so happy. Even though it's like the exact same sculpt they used with Scooby-Doo, and they just added a cape and a collar, different collar, I still really love this pop. So for L, I know I use these pops a lot, and I said before that I try not to find ones that you guys have seen recently, but I don't care because I love showing off my Monster High collection. So we have Laguna Blue from Monster High. I still miss Monster High. I still love Monster High. If you guys haven't seen my craft video for October, I just posted it as of the day that I'm filming this. And, probably should have watched it before posting it because I did get the audio messed up. Like, it doesn't sync with the, visual images, so for that I apologize, but I made cute little coffin beds for my mini Monster High dolls, so if you guys want to go watch that and suffer through the bad audio, go check it out. But Laguna, and we honestly have one of my, I get crap from this from a lot of people. I've never read the book, but I've watched the movie. I know, I'm horrible, but it's Miss Peregrine from Miss Peregrine's Home from Peculiar Children. I've read the graphic novel series, but not, and I think I got through like the first book, but not the full series. Yeah. But I love that they put not only her with her crossbow, but they put her bird self in there, so there's technically two of her. Like, this isn't, for anyone not familiar, that's not her pet, that's just her other form. She's able to transform into this, so I was very happy when they put her other self in here. This is such a cool movie. I don't get why they switched Emma and I think Olive's powers for the movie. I guess they thought it synced better. I think they could have gotten away with doing it the way they were supposed to, but hey, whatever, it's still an awesome movie. For N, we have a DC character that I don't hate, I just really don't like this pop because I just don't like the design of this character to begin with, but it's Nightwing. Now, the modern Nightwing looks awesome, but when you have like this disco 70s classic Nightwing, the guy who designed this just spent one too many nights a week at a disco roller rink back in the 60s and 70s, if you ask me. But Nightwing. Oh, we have Orange Blossom, and I haven't smelled it yet since I took it out of its shelf. Yep, you can still smell it. It's very faint. I'm sure if I took it out of the box, I could smell it really well, but honestly, this one, out of all the strawberry shortcake ones, I think this one is the least obnoxiously scented out of all of them, because they all smell like really strong potpourri. But this one, at least you can tell that it's supposed to be orange scent. All the others is just like a huge burst of potpourri. And again, they put the little friend inside there, her little pet, her little butterfly pet, and Marmalade, and I think it's so freaking cute that they did that. I don't like that they put the scented sticker right where you can't see the little pet very well. If you look at right from the start, I think they should have like moved it over a little bit. But this is very, very cute. For P, you know, if I have to have New 52 Harley Quinn, I have to have the Ivy to go with her. Her look has recently changed back to her green skin tone in the comics, but this one, it honestly took me a little while to like this look in the comics, but once the pop came out, I'm like, oh, it's cool. In fact, it might still be my Instagram icon. I can't remember. This is one of the only pops I ever took a selfie with as soon as I bought it. Why? I felt like doing it. It's definitely not my favorite pop in my collection, but I love it, but I don't get in the mood to take a selfie very often, but I did for this pop. Q, we have Queen Beryl from Sailor Moon. Now, one thing, again, the sculpt on this one. I absolutely love it, because like I said with Flick, they could have made her hair go down like she usually had it, but her hair goes up when she's using a lot of her power. So I'm actually very happy that they took the time to do some extra sculpting to make the hair go like that. It's something they didn't have to do, especially since this was a common figure. Well, not common, it was Toys R Us exclusive, but it was the only one that they made of Queen Beryl. So they could have very easily gotten away with doing a more boring design, but they decided to make it really, really freaking cool. So I absolutely love this. Also, we need more Sailor Moon villains as well, Funko. Please. For R, we have a character from a movie that I honestly can't remember if I've ever seen or not. I want to say no. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. But it's Robin Hood from Disney. But the reason I included this one, you know, Funko does those photo of a day challenges. And I haven't done it in the last couple, and I think there's one going on right now for October. But I used to do them a lot, and the picture that I took with Robin Hood is still on my Instagram. You'll have to dig through it to find it, but I honestly think it was one of the best pictures I ever took, and I actually really love that picture, so I love this Robin Hood pop just because of that picture, although I did rip the box accidentally when I was putting it back in, which is why it's in a protector now. But Robin Hood. For us, we have the Silver Surfer. I remember I got this pop right at the tail end of Hastings. It was one of the ones left over when Hastings was going out of business, so I finally got my hands on it. I know there's a new one coming out with the new Fantastic Four set, which I am so happy about. But I don't think I'm gonna get the Silver Surfer unless I see it in person and it looks really cool. Because even though, like, I think it looks a little bit better because its eyes are white instead of black here, but they still look a little bit too similar from what I've seen so far, so I'll probably just stick with this guy. But I love it, Silver Surfer. For T, we have yet another one of my favorite movies of all time. We have Monty Python the Holy Grail, represented by Tim, the Enchanter. Now, one thing I don't like about this thing, okay, it was an earlier Funko product, so the fact that they put so much detail into it is phenomenal. But the bunny, they put so much effort into here, and they bothered to put the bunny in. Why didn't they put a little bit of blood splatter on the bunny? I mean, would it have been too much to ask for a little bit of red on the bunny's mouth? I mean, really. I think the bunny... I'm not kidding. It looks more like Angel from My Little Pony, Fluttershy's pet bunny, rather than the bloody, psycho killer bunny from Monty Python the Holy Grail. For you, we have Ursula, Diamond Edition. I can't remember if this was ever on my channel or not, to be honest. I want to say it was, but I can't. I honestly can't remember, but the only views I have are Ursula, Uncle Fester, and Ultron. And I showed Uncle Fester recently, and Corey did Ultron, so I'm going with Ursula. For V, we have a pop that the value of this thing blows my ever-loving mind. How in the hell did Velma get to be so expensive? Like I understand it, but at the same time, it's kind of mind-blowing. Like, people just didn't buy her when she was available, so, they vaulted her. And now people's like, oh shit, I gotta complete my Scooby-Doo collection. I need this pop. So now she's like $70. And it's crazy. I need to put her in a soft protector. I really do. I probably should. I got some soft protectors. Hang on. I've been taking these out of mystery boxes that the pops didn't really worth enough to be left in them, so I've just been keeping them. There we go. Velma. We're getting closer down the line here. 4 more to go. For White. For W, we have White Canary. I love Legends of Tomorrow. I really wish that they would do more other than just the 5 that they've done for this line, because there's so awesome characters, so many amazing characters in DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and Sarah is just like the top of the line, but there's so many more. But I really just want more of these characters, but I absolutely love having the White Canary or Sarah Lance in my collection. For X, now, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. This one has been in a very recent video. It's so recent, in fact, that y'all haven't even seen it yet. I filmed it like a couple days ago, so I plan on getting this video out before the video where I got this one comes in, so I feel like it should still count. It's Xena from Xena Warrior Princess. I love this one. You'll see in the video, I gushed over this pop so freaking much. So much, and I hope that she sells well enough that we can get Gabrielle and Joxer and some more variants of Xena, because this is just too cool. For Y, we have Yellow Ranger. Now, I know I've talked about this pop on my channel before, because I think it's equally annoying and kind of hilarious that they screwed up on this one. If you don't know, the Metallic Rangers pops were meant to be represented on the original Power Rangers movie, where they had the different shinier suits. Even though it was still the same mold, they just changed the look, and they were meant to have the ninja coins on there. So instead of having the dinosaur power coins, it was meant to be the ninja ones represented by the animals. So Aisha was supposed to have her bear coin, but instead she has the saber-toothed tiger. I know you guys can't see it right there, but trust me, she has the saber-toothed tiger coin on her chest because Funko screwed up. So I feel bad for Aisha, because people look at this and they'll think it's Trini. With the bear coin, you would have known it was Aisha, but either way, it's the Yellow Ranger. Last but definitely not least, again, I think one that I've had on my channel fairly recently, I can't remember. I know I had Regina, so here we have Zelina Once Upon a Time. Because I know I have a couple zeros, but honestly, this one was just easier to find. So, Zelina from Once Upon a Time. I absolutely love her. And we can't have Regina in a recent video without having Zelina not too far behind, because we all know what happens when she gets jealous. So guys, that was the alphabet challenge. I have a mountain of pops right next to me right now. 26 pops is a lot when you gather them all in a big pile. Like a lot. But that was the challenge, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully Corey enjoyed it. I actually really loved it. I actually really love doing it. So, and I've been trying to think back, because the alphabet challenge, it's been around for a while. Again, it started before I started YouTube. So I'm trying to think of like newer people who haven't done it yet. And the only person I can really think of that may have enough pops to complete the challenge is my friend Tylock over at Homespun Geeks. So Tylock, my friend, I hope you're up to the challenge, because the ball's in your court now, man. But anyway, guys, and I will be leaving a link to both Corey and Homespun Geeks channel in the description box below. Go see what Corey did. Of course, most of his was Marvel, and it was cool. In fact, I actually thought about doing Quicksilver, because I actually really love Quicksilver, but I was like, damn it, Corey did it. So anyway, guys, hope you all enjoy this again. Please go check out the other channels, and like always, remember, it's a community, not a competition. I'll see y'all later. Bye.